Hey, good morning. Today I am going to discuss about the methods of starting of induction motor, three-phase induction motor, and speed control of three-phase induction motor. So the methods of the starting of three-phase induction motor. The induction motor is also called as the rotating transformer. So the rotating transformer, the transformer is a primary winding, the secondary winding. In induction motor also the starter and rotor. The starter is also primary winding, the rotor is secondary winding. The induction motor is fundamentally a transformer which the starter in the primary, okay, primary like a primary winding, and the rotor is a short circuit. The secondary winding is short circuited. Okay, at the starting, the voltage induced in the induction motor rotor is very maximum. So in since the because of the rotor impedance is very low. So the rotor impedance is very low. The rotor current is very low, exclusively large. So the large rotor current is deflected to the starter because of the transformer action. So the result of this action, the very starting high current in the starter at the low power factor, and the value of the starting torque is low. Because of the start duration, this value of large current does not harm the motor. So if the motor is accelerated normally, however, the large starting current will produce the large line voltage drops. So this is the electrical equipment connected to the same lines. Therefore, the visibility and necessary to reduce the magnitude of starter current at a starting. So there are different methods are available for this purpose. Okay, the starting methods of the starting three-phase induction motors. There are different methods. The first one is DOL, direct line starting method. The second one is starter resistance method and auto transformer starting method and star delta starting method, and last one is rotor resistance starting method. Okay, the first one is DOL starting and star delta startings are both used for the both squirrel cage and slip ring induction motor. Okay, and the rotor resistance starting method is applicable for only slip ring induction motor because of there are two types of induction motor and slip ring and squirrel cage. But in practice, any of the first four methods, the DOL and starter resistance and auto transformer, is used for the squirrel cage induction motors. Okay, depending upon the size of the motor, but slip ring induction motors universally served by the rotor resistance method. Only the fifth one is applicable to squirrel cage. Applicable to slip ring induction motor, and first one and fifth one also used for the both squirrel gas and the slip ring induction motors, and first four are used is applicable to for used for squirrel gas induction motor. Okay, the first one is DOL method. Okay, this is a DOL starter. Okay. This is a DOL starter. Here the supply is given to the three-phase supply. These are fuses. These are thermal overload relay. This is a start button, the stop button. These are contactors. This is a induction motors. This is a contactors. Okay. Now DOL. The DOL consists of fuse links connected to each lines. Okay. These are fuse links is connected to the each lines. And there are three phase windings out. So each phase is connected to the each winding. And fuse links connected to the each line, thermal over relay contacts, and contactors connected to and start stop logic in series with the each line. This is a start and start logic. Okay. The operation. At the start of the motor, press the start switch. Okay. This is a start switch. Okay. And the stop switch in series with it is a press to the off switch. At the start switch is pressed to the contactor coil get connected across the line Y and B. Okay, this is a contactor coil. This is contactor coil connected between Y and B. The armature road shown by dotted lines is pulled towards the contactor coil. The normal open contact C1 and C2 and C4 will be closed. The AC supply is connected to the starter winding through the contacts C1 and C2, C3. Okay, these are C1 and C2, C3, and C4. Okay, the additional contact C4 is connected across the starter switches. It keeps the contactor coil energized after releasing the start switch. If you want to stop the motor, press the stop switch. Okay, this will disconnect the contactor coil from the AC supply, all connected to the open circuit and starter disconnected from the AC supply. The same thing will be happen if the AC supply falls. Afterwards, when the AC supply is restarted, we have to press the start button, start switch again, and to the start motor. Okay, the next one is start delta starter. The second one is start delta starter. Here, the starter winding, this is RYB of the motor, is connected to the star configuration. Okay, this star configuration at the time of starting. This reduces the voltage across each winding to 1 by 3 of the rated voltage. When the motor is accelerates, okay, when the motor is accelerates, the starter is connected in the delta configuration to apply the rated voltage in the winding. The starting torque is reduced as the torque is proportional to the square of the voltage. They are jerking the whole switching the from star to delta. Okay. Next one is the 3-4 and 6-way switches is kept the, this is a 3-4 and 6-way switches is kept in the start mode first. Okay, is kept in the start mode first of all. This is will be connecting the R and RBY terminal of the starter winding to the each other. This acts as the starter point. This is a starting mode. The starting mode is, this is a 3-4 6-way switch is kept in the start mode at the first of all, and this will be connect the, okay, this one is connected to the RYB terminal of the starter winding to the each other. This acts as the starting point. The supply is connected to the RYB. Okay, this is supply is connected to the RYB terminals of the starter winding. Thus, in the start of the the start mode, the starter winding are connected from the star. Okay, the equivalent circuit of the start mode as the this diagram. Okay. Okay. This is a start mode. Okay, this is a start mode. This one is running mode. Okay, the start mode is at the winding is star winding. The running mode at the winding is delta winding. Now run mode. The 3-4 6-way switch is the thrown into the run position once the motor is accelerates. Okay, this will connect to the star winding in the following manner: R and B and Y into R dash, and R into B dash, Y into R dash, and B into Y dash. This in the oscillators of the starter winding. Starter winding is connected from the delta Y. Okay, this is way. This is the running mode of the star to delta starter. This is a starting mode of the star to delta starter. Okay, the one more method is starter resistance starting method. In this method, the external resistance. Okay, the external resistance. These are external resistance are connected in series with the each phase of the starter winding. The phases are RYB. There are 3 phases. Okay, the external resistance are connected in series with the each phase of the starter winding during the starting mode. Okay, this is cause voltage drops across the resistance, so the voltage available across the motor terminals is reduced and enter the starting current. Okay, the starting resistance are gradually cut out in steps of 2 or more steps from the starter circuit as the motor picks up the speed. When the motor attains the rated speed, the resistance are completely cut out. Full line voltage is applied to the rotor. Okay, this method they suffer from from 2 drawbacks. The first drawback is the reduced voltage applied to the motor during the starting period of the lower the starting torque. So hence increasing the oscillating time. The second one is lot of power is wasted in the starting resistance. Okay, the lot of energy will be wasted at the starting resistance. Okay, the next one is speed control methods of the induction motor. So actually, the induction motor is a constant speed motor. Okay, so the entire the load ranges, when vary the load ranges, the speed in the motor of the motor is too small. The speed of the DC motor can be varied very easily with a good efficiency, but in the case of induction motor, the speed reduction is accompanied by the corresponding loss of efficiency and poor power factor. So there are required that different their speed control may be required many applications. Different speed control methods of induction motors are induction motor has speed control from starter side. There are two ways. The first one is speed control from starter side. The second one is speed control from rotor side. The speed control of from starter side, the first method is by changing the applied voltage and by changing the applied frequency. and constant voltage by frequency control of induction motor, and changing the number of starter poles. Okay, next one is rotor side. Okay, the speed control of from the rotor side, there are different methods. Are the first one is rotor rheostat control method, and um, rotor rheostat control method, and cascade operation, and third one is by injecting the EMF in the rotor circuit. These are different methods of speed control of induction motor from rotor side. Okay. Okay, speed control of first one is the speed control by changing the applied voltage. From the torque equation is T equal to K1 into S1 E2 square by R2 by root over R2 square into S into X2 square. Okay. Now here to change the voltage, E value can changes. Here applied frequency. The frequency means the synchronous speed Ns equal to 120 F by P. You change the F value, frequency value, and constant V by F control of induction motor. This is a most popular method. The third one is most popular method. And speed control of rotor side. The speed control of rotor side is rheostat control method. The rheostat control method means if you change the arm, rheostat value increases, the speed also to varies. The next one is cascade method. The cascade operation. This is a method of speed controller. Two motors are used. Okay, this is a very costly operation. This cascade operation. The last one is by injecting the EMF in the rotor circuit. Okay, in this method, the speed of an induction motor is controlled by injecting the voltage in the rotor circuit. Okay. Okay, these are different speed control of induction motors from rotor side and starter side. The last one is specifications of induction motor. What are the specifications of induction motor is the number of phases, torque connection, rotor type, and frequency, and rated star voltage, base speed RPM, and power factor, and power output, output power, power factor, insulation, and duty. Okay, and thank you.